Hello there, how are you? Here we are, Game 3, the Challenge Edition. Here are setup questions. They don't count for our trivia game. We're just testing it to make sure everybody can see okay. And now we begin for real. Now, somewhere in the Black Mountain Hills of Dakota, there lived a young boy named... For some of you, this will be an easy one. For others, well, I'm guessing it'll be an easy one. And Yogi Bear's constant companion was... Now here I give you choices. Which of the following is not, or are not, Agatha Christie characters? And here's one that takes me back. The first interactive TV show used a magic drawing screen, a piece of vinyl plastic that stuck to the television screen via static electricity. At a climactic scene in every short film, our star would arrive on a scene that contained a connect-the-dots picture that could be navigated only with the help of our viewers. Our hero is... And in fact, I remember saving our hero by helping create a bridge. And you often wondered, well, I often wondered, I don't know about you, I often wondered if young people without magic screens simply drew right on their television screen. The first aircraft to drop an atomic bomb on Japan during World War II was named... I think I fooled somebody with some of my options when we played the original round. I had some good choices there. Actually, in a lot of the questions, I like to think I have good choices in the optional questions round. I didn't say that very well. I like to think that I have good responses. It's a multiple choice format in that game. Who says I'm your Huckleberry? That's just my game. Research at Indiana University that became controversial. This work resulted in 2 books, Sexual Behavior in a Human Male and Sexual Behavior in a Human Female. The work was conducted by, and the author, along with others, is... And now we move to our answers. There lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. Of course, the Beatles. And Yogi Bear's constant companion was, of course, Boo Boo. Which one of the following does not identify an Agatha Christie character? That's Alexander Monday. He, in fact, was a character on the TV program It Takes a Thief, played by Robert Wagner. The magic drawing screen, that's Winky Dink. think I fooled some folks when I use this one? Of course, the answer is the Enola Gay. One of my choices in the multiple choice format, the original game, was Tibbet's mom. In fact, this was Tibbet's mom, but it was not named Tibbet's mom. It was named Enola Gay. I'm your Huckleberry, that's just my game. Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. A movie I recommend. In fact, his portrayal of Doc Holliday is absolutely a delight. And in fact, the scriptwriters reached back and picked up some phrases that were actually used in that era. And this is actually a somewhat authentic phrase. I'm your Huckleberry, that's just my game. Alfred Kinsey at Indiana University. One of my players in the game, in the original version, actually there I had as another option Masters, as in Masters and Johnson. And in fact, she was a little bit frustrated because she should have known better, but she selected Masters. Masters and Johnson followed Alfred Kinsey. Okay, give you a moment to tally your results. And Bonnie and Clyde, they were known as Bonnie Who and Clyde Who. Another reaching into my past. The Big John and Blank show was carried daily on 181 ABC stations beginning in 1950. The 2-hour Saturday show, No School Today, was heard weekly by 12 million listeners on 275 stations. The Saturday show usually featured a retelling of the latest serial episode of Captain Jupiter, which our hero and his friend, Rabbit Ears McEster, saw at the movies. And of course, the TV version of Superman ran from 1952 to 1958, starring Okay. Who sings I Talk to Trees in Paint Your Wagon? I don't think I'm going to call this a classic movie. Though actually I do like the song Mariah. And this. Which of the following books has the greatest number sold? Again, give you choices. Which one has the greatest number sold? Giving you a minute or two here, just because I think you're probably discussing this one. Oh, here's a gift. The A&P, short for How many people were killed at the OK Corral gunfight in 1881? Moving on to our answers. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow. The Big John and Sparky Show. Their theme music was the Teddy Bear's Picnic. And of course, George Reeves. Christopher Reeve, of course, starred in the movie version. We've had a number of actors since Christopher Reeve. Actually, there's a serial version starring Kirk Allen. And your favorite singer, Clint Eastwood. Which of the following books has the greatest number sold? A little bit of, not controversy, but surprise on some of our team members with this answer. The Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company. Three. All of the Earp brothers and Doc Holliday went up against the Clanton gang and or as they were known, the Cowboys. And I guess the brothers and Wyatt's brothers and Doc Holliday were all wounded. And of course, Wyatt Earp left the fight unscathed. Tally your points, and we'll start to round 3. Chuck Berry sings "'Cause They'll Be Rocking in Bands on Bandstand" and "'Cause They'll Be Rocking on Bandstand" and who says, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want you"? Mark Twain's first published book, other than short story compilations, is which of these? We have a Huckleberry theme going on here, apparently. Which one of the following is a fallen angel? Oops. The Speedo originated in what year under the brand name Fortitude? The name was later changed to Speedo. I should have known, but one of our players asked if I modeled for this. Of course, the answer was no. Oh, another favorite from the bygone era, Johnny Dollar, the man with the action-packed expense account. The name of the radio show was, I debated giving you the choices here, but you signed up for the challenge version, so we'll have to let you come through with flying colors on your own. Johnny Dollar, the man with the action-packed expense account. Elvis Presley's first radio performance was on what program? And now our answers. Chuck Berry sings, "'Cause They'll Be Rocking on Bandstand in Philadelphia, PA." Who says, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want you"? Alexander Graham Bell. First published book is The Innocents Abroad. Which one of the following is a fallen angel? Speedo goes back to 1914, out of Australia. Johnny Dollar. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. I remember sitting with my father and listening to this program, though I couldn't have told you the name of the program, but I always remembered that line, "The man with the action-packed expense account." Elvis Presley, "The Louisiana Hayride." Tally your points. I'll give you a moment or two before we move on to our bonus question. Okay. Fred and Ethel from the I Love Lucy show. Ethel is landlady and Lucy's friend. Now, this actually showed up on Jeopardy not long ago. And surprisingly, the younger contestants, all the three contestants, they were younger, not a one of them ventured a guess as to the name. I'm guessing most of you got this one right. Of course, Fred and Ethel Mertz. Okay, how did we do? declare the winners. And remember, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Facebook, and I encourage you, not just suggest, I encourage you to subscribe to us so that you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. You can help keep us alive by going to donorbox.org/oldtimers trivia. We appreciate your support. And you can also visit us on eBay at Old Timers Store. Have a number of items there, quite a range. Tends to be a focus on comic-related items, though not limited to that. And don't forget, we have the following editions. We have the original edition for team play. Again, you're playing the challenge edition, where you don't typically get the options. Where the original edition, again, it's generally a multiple choice format. And then the quick edition. If you don't like the pauses, you want to move forward a little more speed. Really, if you're playing on your own, we've got the quick edition. Again, each of these, say for game 3, they're generally the same questions. Once in a while, I might alter a question one way or the other, mostly for the challenge edition. I know in an earlier game I did slightly alter a question, make it a little bit more difficult. But anyway, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you, that should say, with game 4.